Hello again and thank you for visiting our channel. If you haven't already, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our weekly FPL content. So Game Week 6 saw a further below average score of 72 points, produced a third consecutive red arrow and a decrease to 2 million in the ranks. Jordan Pickford was barely challenged by Brentford, who had the second fewest attempts on target of the game week, but still allowed one in. The decision to bring in Kieran Trippier kicked off on the right foot, after make-way Ben Chilwell was benched for the second consecutive game. With 3 assists, a clean sheet and maximum bonus points, the Magpies captain scored an impressive 18 points. Going with the plan to play Ben White instead of Pedro Porro in the North London derby paid off as he won a penalty that Saka scored. The Englishman had the best expected goal total of 0.62 among defenders during the game. It was a tough evening for Brian Mbeumo, who came off with yet another blank in Brentford's surprise 3-1 home defeat to Everton. With Bruno Fernandes scoring the game's only goal on Saturday night, Manchester United got back to winning ways. He had the most shots on goal in the game with 3. Only Callum Wilson could top that number in the game week. The decision to keep Raheem Sterling didn't quite pay off, but Chelsea's talisman missed a one-on-one chance to score, which would have clinched the game for them. After being brought in by almost 1.4 million managers before the game week, Julian Alvarez was almost certain to blank. Despite getting subbed off early when Rodri was red-carded, the Argentine still managed to have 2 shots on goal, which was the most in the game. Now let's talk about our transfer plans ahead of double game week 7. There's mounting pressure to activate the wildcard, but we're committed to waiting until game week 10 before doing so. One of the reasons for that is so that we can take a punt on Alfie Doughty for a week. Luton's left winger is yet to contribute to the team's goals this season, but he has a double against Everton and Burnley. Despite being the only player from Luton to start both the league and cup matches this week, he showed promise in last week by creating 5 chances, having 4 shots and being on corners as well. However, his minutes for this upcoming double are still up in the air. On the other hand, we can't help but consider James Maddison and Son Heung-min given Tottenham's current form. Following concerns over Saka's playing time in the upcoming game week, over the last 4 games, Tottenham has had the most shots inside the penalty area with 76. Their opponent Liverpool has been particularly susceptible from set pieces, allowing 3 goals, tied for the most with West Ham. It would be rash to delay making a move for Diego Dalot, who might be just as useful home to Crystal Palace. Given Aaron Wan-Bissaka's injury, Dalot is an attractive option due to his excellent long-term fixtures and low ownership of just over 1%. United faces Luton over the next 3 matches. The Hatters have scored just 0.6 goals per game this season, which is the fewest of any team. And in terms of non-penalty expected goals, only Burnley and Sheffield United have managed worse compared to them. We haven't decided for sure yet, but it looks like Estupiñán to Dalot is the most likely route for us to take. And the starting lineup for the team is as follows. Goalkeeper Jordan Pickford plays Luton Town at home in game week 7, looking to build on his team win over Brentford. The Hatters are tied for the fewest goals scored by an away team this season, alongside Chelsea and Burnley with just 1. Diego Dalot joins the team this week, and he'll be pairing alongside White and Trippier in defence, as United host Crystal Palace. In the previous week, Crystal Palace finished in last place among all teams in terms of their XG total, recording just 0.30. Kieran Trippier has created the most chances with 12 among defenders over the last 4 games. During that period, the England right-back was unmatched by any other defender in terms of both big chances created and expected assists. Newcastle face a Burnley side tied for the fewest away goals scored with Chelsea and Luton. While there are initial concerns about Saka's fitness following a foot injury sustained against Spurs, we should learn more about his status during this week's press conferences. Even if he's not fully fit, Bournemouth has allowed 8.67 in XG over the last 4 game weeks, third most in the league behind West Ham and Sheffield United. Joining the midfield is Brian Mbeumo, who operated in a fairly wide position in the 3-1 defeat with Everton. After tallying 7 big chances in his first 4 games this season, he has recorded just 1 in the last 2 game weeks. Marcus Rashford has provided a goal across his last 3 outings, with 3 goal involvements in total this season. Over the past 4 games, no midfielder has had a better record than his 13 shots inside the 18-yard box. There is confidence that Julian Alvarez will start from Man City in their away match against Wolves after being subbed off early in their midweek cup game against Newcastle. He's notched 3 assists across his 3 appearances away from home so far this season, averaging just over 5 points per game. Only Rodri has registered more than his 1.28 expected assists in away matches. Wolverhampton has yet to keep a clean sheet at home this season, and they've allowed the 3rd most big chances after only West Ham and Sheffield United over the last 4 game weeks. Given that we don't own Colton Morris, we have no choice but pick Man City's Erling Haaland, our Game Week 7 captain, after he scored 8 goals and served out 1 assist in 6 league matches. Be sure to subscribe and enable notifications if you want to see more FPL videos throughout the season, and share your thoughts on our team below. Good luck this week, and we'll see you at the next one.